Civic Events is the operation within the city that manages some of the municipally owned facilities in San Angelo, and those include Foster Communications Coliseum, where we are right now, the River Stage, the McNeese Convention Center, the Farmers Market Pavilion, the Indoor Arena and Pecan Creek Pavilion, and the Paseo Pavilions. And what we do is we rent those facilities to anyone who wants to use them, whether they're private individuals, event promoters, or businesses, and we provide the support services necessary in order to help those lessees carry out their events in those venues. Well, one of the nice things about Civic Events is we do get to be involved in some of the signature events for our community. Chiefly that would be the San Angelo Stock Show and Rodeo Association, which is held obviously each year here in Foster Communications Coliseum. And the number of performances grew last year, and we anticipate that it may grow again this coming year. And so it's nice to be able to be involved in an event that means that much to the community, where it fills up the Coliseum each and every night. It contributes millions of dollars to our local economy, and it's a great way for families to come and make some memories. The same could be said of our July 3rd Pops concert that we have at the River Stage. That obviously is organized and sponsored by the San Angelo Symphony, and we work very closely with the Symphony to provide all the support services that they need in order to make that event happen. And of course, it's a beautiful symphonic concert with patriotic music, incredible fireworks by Ken Landon, who's also the guru of our water lily gardens, and 40,000 people flood the banks of the Concho River each year to come to that event. So it's really nice to be involved in those sort of events that mean so much to our community. There is a misperception that Civic Events brings events to our facilities. And while we do our best to try to make our facilities available, make it known that our facilities are available, we are not event promoters. And there's a very simple reason for that. And the reason is that that is a very risky business. You could spend tens of thousands of dollars bringing an event to town, marketing it, providing all the necessary costs that there are with an event, and may not sell enough tickets to cover the cost. And since we are dealing with public dollars, we just don't feel like we're in the position to do that. And so what we do is we work with event promoters who are willing to take those sort of risks, and they're willing to put up the money. We get a small percentage of that, and hopefully have a lot of great events in our facilities that the community enjoys, and that hopefully our event promoters end up profiting off of those, but that's not always the case. Our facilities are not just for rodeos and circuses and concerts and the big events that people typically associate our facilities with. Anybody can come and rent the Coliseum, for instance. The first event that I attended here at Foster Communications Coliseum after I became the Civic Events Manager nearly 5 years ago was a quinceañera. And it was very odd for me, having only been in this facility for rodeos and circuses and ice shows, to see it decorated for a quinceañera, but it really worked. And the same is true of our convention center and our pavilions and Pecan Creek Pavilion and the River Stage. All of those are available for private individuals to rent and use for whatever event it may be, no matter how large or how small. We have a space that can accommodate your event. I think San Angelo is very fortunate to, at times in the past, had some very forward-thinking individuals who made sure that we have a Coliseum, who made sure that we have a convention center, who made sure that we have an amphitheater. And so we take a lot of pride in making sure that those facilities are well maintained, that they're well operated, and that they're filled with as many events as we possibly can, because that helps to improve the quality of life in our community. I moved here from Abilene 7 years ago, and within weeks I attended a nice show here in Foster Communications Coliseum, and I remember thinking at that point, because I'd never had that opportunity in 13 years in living in Abilene, I remember thinking how lucky we were to be in a community that had a facility like this that could host an event like that. And it's really a privilege to be involved with those events and with these facilities now in a very personal way.